What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another Musume video. This video, we are going to be training Calstone Light. That I was supposed to train yesterday if there wasn't the Halloween event, but here we are, because yesterday was the Halloween event of video. But also, it is a pretty later than I normally record, especially for Pretty Derby. So, and I do got things to do, so I pretty much only got time to record. I want to at least get the Pretty Derby videos out, so I don't think there'll be a silent. No, there'll for sure not be a Silent Hill video today, and possibly even tomorrow. But I'll see if I can get that out of the way, because I'm pretty sure I'm definitely at like close to finishing it. Should be. But with that being said, here we are with Calstone Light. We'll be training her because short distance CM. Already set up. We're gonna try out having 2 speed cards again. Oh no, just gonna try it out. 2 speed cards. So Dormente, Almond Eye, Shin Wise card. Just gonna go with Haru Guts, Tucker Bryan friend card, and Tamamo Power. So that is pretty much the setup. Just wanted to see what would happen if I use 2 speed cards, because most of the runs, if not all the runs that I tried, was 2 guts. So I'm gonna go try 2 speed, see what difference it makes. Even though I pretty much can tell guts might not even make it a 1300. That's the only thing I'm expecting. But regardless, before we do jump into the run and the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There is a channel called Circle Quest for those that haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. Then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Request channel in the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But that being said, we get started with the training. Get started with the training. And see how it goes. Definitely curious to see how this is gonna go. Yeah, short distance I have never really been confident in, like, only because even though I feel like it should be as hard to prep for it, it still feels kind of hard to prep for it for some odd reason. One, it doesn't help that they only do like 1 to 2. I had like 1 to 2. Well, no, actually don't know how many races per year they do for each distance, whether they're turf or dirt. There's 4 distances, and then usually the dirt races fall between mile, medium, or short distance. So just to make it easier, we can just safely say this is 4 different distances. Then ideally they should at least do what? three CMs or 3 total CMs or League of Heroes per distance. And then obviously the dirt the dirt races will count towards them as well. So maybe that 1 year we'll get 2 mile dirt races and 1 turf, maybe, or switch it around with medium distance. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm just thinking here. I'm just thinking here. It makes sense though. Kind of makes sense if you think about it that way. That since there's obviously 12 months, 4 distances, makes sense to at least do 3 of each. Although, I'll be honest, it doesn't feel like they do 3 of each. It feels like they do at least like 2 long distance. And then they add that extra one for like medium distance, because it does feel like majority of the time it is just medium distance, unless they decide to do mile or a random short distance like now. The only thing I don't like is whether, even though we can train short distance Umas in this scenario, if the next one was going to be focused on short distance and mile distance, why did they just wait until then? Why did they wait until just then for us to train a short distance? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyways, probably should go over the comments. So, start off the comments. First comments we'll be going over is gonna be from Eugen. And the first one says, "Oh, lunchtime. We'll comment when I got back home." And that comment says, "On the Live, when I saw the guest Seiyu, which is Akabono and Marvelous, I know for sure that they will be a new costume Uma." Well, makes sense, because if they are part of the Live, normally they would be involved in the event or banner somewhat, some way. So yeah, a circus banner, you can say. It does say Halloween though, so well, technically it's still Halloween. So once again, I feel sad for Twin Turbo. Why other, especially new Uma, have new costumes? Very true. Very true. A lot of newer Umas are getting their alternatives or second costumes faster than the older Umas. To be honest, I'm actually just based off, what I just said, literally, that it just feels like they're picking Umas they feel are popular towards the fan base. So that's why maybe those Umas got their alts pushed out faster. I don't know, maybe. I thought people liked Twin Turbo though, so I don't know if Side Games is just waiting for the perfect event. But honestly, if they didn't skip out on the sports festival event and didn't do the ninja event, Turbo would have fit in with the sports festival, in my opinion. I think so. But oh well, it is what it is. I guess side game's having difficulties making a skill for her. Is it a skill issue? I mean, because honestly, technically, we can just use... I mean, they could use basically any UO they want. Or any... event. It's just what design, right? And I'll say there are some past event alt costumes where maybe they could have chosen a better Uma, where they could have maybe had a better design. Who knows? Who knows? But it is what it is. Oh, I probably should have been looking out for short distance races. But yes, I did use Akabona for long distance. As you know, Nova liked to troll randomly, but he himself can even do the dare. I'm gonna be honest. No. No, there's a reason why he tells people to do it. It's because he won't do it. Obviously. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. They got their satisfaction when they see others do it. So yeah, Nova will most likely not do it. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna try and comb through these real quick. Gonna keep going until the end of the year, I guess. How's it cookie then? We'll see. I won't do any of those. This was after Printer Stakes. Yeah. For any mile distance races here, like the one coming up, was it the Asahi High? Yeah. That's most likely gonna not be a win because I have a D. But it is what it is. But it is what it is. Oh no, Shushu, this is the second time that happened for you during the CM. Yeah, it is the second time. You remembered. You remembered. Yeah, I just don't know what placement I got. Because I know first place is like 17 or 1800, something like that, right? So if I'm just gonna accept the results because I'm not gonna waste my clocks just for trying to win with a D thing. But I don't know how much second place gets, because if second place does get 1500, then yeah, I got second place. If it's not 1500, then I most likely got third place, because third place was like around like what, 800 or something like that. So I most likely got that and whatever other extra carrots was mixed in with whenever I claimed it. So yeah, either second or third. Either second or third. Although I feel like it might be a third place one. Only because the time I claimed the 1500 was... Oh, really? It was not so long after... It was not so long after CM ended, so I'm not sure. Whereas the one that was like around 900 was... When did I claim that? Oh, I claimed that before yesterday's video. But it is what it is, I guess. I just know you still get your rewards. At least from what I'm aware of from last time, so... I just don't know which result I got. I'm just, like I said, I'm leaning more towards third place than second place. I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up somehow getting third place in Group B. Only because I might have just lost two Stone Loves who got first and second. Maybe. Maybe. CM result, well, I won with Tayoshi's that was weird. Tsurumaru. Which surprises me. Wait. I don't remember you mentioning you using her. I remember Turbo, Teo, and Taishin. Wait. Isn't Tsurumaru... She's short distance? I thought she was medium distance. I didn't even think you'd use her. I didn't even think you'd use her. Here she is. Oh, I'm dumb. We did just do medium distance. I'm dumb. We did just do medium distance. Why am I questioning it? Yeah, I can do a race or I can work on stats. I'm leaning towards stats. Unfortunately. So I'm just gonna assume you had a Tsurumaru randomly trained up, or you trained it randomly for the CM. But you won, so congrats. I wish I could have trained her better, and it's quite surprising unique Uma can be running out there, but you don't feel sick seeing. Well, I still think whatever you feel is still more of a personal thing, so... That's more of a personal issue. ZZZ update. I don't know if that's Zenless or Sleep, to be honest. Last week was like 2 out of 7 login and 5 out of 7 are Sleep. I'm assuming what you mean. I feel like I did not complete the story quest or something and it's already Orphe's event by the time I look at it. Well, yeah, because they updated last week. So they're gonna update some new stuff. I was speaking about stuff. I was supposed to mention this yesterday, or I did mention this yesterday, but it was towards the end. I did end up catching up on events on Genshin. I did the story, which took like 6-7 hours. Yeah, 6-7 hours, and then after that I had to do an event that was I guess related to it. It was one of the like actual like important events, as in the events that actually have dialogue, voices as well. I did that for Genshin. Starville, I do have the story to do. It's a later thing. Still fairly recent. Zenless, I did catch up on all the events. To the point where I went to the most recent event that I didn't know at that time and did the first day of it. So glad I got that out of the way. And in WoW, besides the daily login one, because you get an item that I think you give to Yuno and you get like something to decipher or whatever. That one, still need to finish the tower defense WoW one. Speaking about tower defense, like Arc Knight's Bamboo Zenless event, there was quite a bit of it. There was quite a bit of stages. That took a little bit more than I expected. A little bit more than I expected. But I still need to finish the rest of the tower defense and Wuwa. I don't know what else I need to do in Wuwa. There's probably at least one or two more things I need to do. Also did finish the tower of adversity, but I was like 2 weeks ago. Basically the week Yuno was released. And then did the Whimpering Waste. Got all the rewards from there. So yeah, I think I'm pretty caught up in those games. In most games. Now I'm thinking about it, in most games. Yeah. But I probably went on tangent there for a bit, but oh well. That was what I was supposed to say yesterday, but I didn't want to add it at the end. But here we are now. But other than that, thank you. Well, before you say thank you, it's gonna take you a while to fix up your characters in Zenless. If you're gonna log in 2 times a week, it's gonna take way longer. Way longer. But that's all on you. It's all on you. But with that being said, thank you, Eugene, for the comment. Appreciate it as always. Next comments are gonna be, or comments are gonna be from Rick. And the first one says, I like the costumes, but a skip for me for the usual reasons. New scenarios coming and hoping to get anime agree soon. Yeah, we just have to wait. I still stand by my prediction. I feel like they'll most likely do it towards the end of the season. But if they want to be nice about it, they could release it earlier. if they want to be, is that going to be a nice thing? Maybe not, because if they release it October, that's when the new scenario is. So I think it'll work against us more than for us. Yeah, I think I'll rather. Did I have a race scheduled? I mean, I could do the race. 2 races back to back. Yeah, I'll see. Nova responded saying, second core looks fire. I think I'll enjoy the season of Uma since season 3 was still kind of let me a bit salty. My biggest critic, or the biggest thing I can say about season 3 is that they definitely could have extended it. I feel like they definitely could have extended it, made it longer. Or as Nova would say, the pacing. Because there was a lot of things, background things, at least in season 3 background things, that they didn't necessarily go over. Like a lot of the other races Kita had won, those weren't highlighted or anything like that. They were just either mentioned or showed a picture that she won the race. They could have had also a little bit more of a focus as well on Daya, yeah, even if it was just a little bit more of a focus on her. I felt like there was a lack on that also. And any other Umas, honestly, if they wanted to. Because I felt like they could have done all that by giving everyone else probably more time, while also being able to tell more, I guess, of Kita's story. Because they could have at least gotten 2 seasons out of this, out of Kita's season. At least that's what I think. Then the second comment from Rick says, I got second place. It is what it is. Soon the monthly shop will refresh. Do you by chance remember how much you got for second place? That way I can for sure I could for sure guarantee that I either got second or third place. But like I said, I still feel like I got third place. Noah responded saying, Donna alert, and Eugen says, sad face. But other than that, thank you, Rick, for the comments, and Nova and Eugen for replying. Appreciate it as always. Next comments are going to be from Nova. First one says, all I can say is that Marvelous without the twin tails is blasphemy. Skip. This is why I say Nova is simple. he finds one thing he don't like. That's it. One thing. That's it. Even if it's on a character that he supposedly likes. I don't know what to say, Nova. I don't know what to say. Junior speed card is a bit tempting, but I guess I'll pass for the new scenario. I just wanted Admire Groot to be general betweener. Well, unfortunately, that's Aishin Flash. Right? Aishin Flash? Yeah, that's Aishin Flash. Unfortunately. I almost missed the CM finals and had to scramble to use VPN in California. Really, you had to use VPN. As I'm here not using VPN. Well, for DMM, yes. But for some odd reason outside of DMM, no? I don't know. Basically, wait. Basically, Saturday in California was a trip to San Fran from San Jose. First impression, too many people. San Fran or San Jose? Or probably both. I want to say San Fran, probably. It should be the bigger... it should be the bigger city. WTF is those houses built on steep hills. Seals and clam chowder yum. Golden Gate Bridge was mid, nothing was happening like in those apocalypse movies. Well, it's an apocalypse movie. So, makes sense. Last but not least, almost got assaulted by a homeless bum. Either we're just a bum being a bum. There's a little bit, maybe a little bit more on the, maybe a little bit more. I'm not assuming, but it's why maybe could be on a little bit on the crazier side. Never know, but or you possibly did something. that'd be wild if you did something, which I don't know, which I doubt, but I just think it's funny that you would just almost get assaulted by the homeless. That's something I wouldn't expect you to say, but San Fran to San Jose, that's not too far of a drive. San Jose is just south of San Fran. How far? I don't remember. How far? Don't remember. I like San Jose. That's all I gotta say. Wuwa adds then less drama. Wuwa not enough combat events, but I don't really care for the events. Just for those people who only play gacha, who play only one gacha, weirdos. Combat events. Do we not get enough combat events? Honestly, yeah, in Wuwa we don't really get a lot of combat events. It's always something different. Well, I mean, yeah. Most of them are like exploration, story, event, quests. Yes. But I don't mind events. I mean, you get free stuff out of it. For Zenless, they complain about Lucia's design, but I find her desirable. Meta and hot? I'll take it. I guess I'll be pulling for both characters this patch. Rupture is gonna save my account. So Jafufu should be rerunning with... I don't remember her name. Vidhara, the tentacle chick, I guess. So I don't know if I'll be going for Fufu. The problem is, if I really want to get the best out of... If I want to get the best out of my Rupture team, aka Schwinn, Fufu would be best along with the Rupture support. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Is she just a Rupture support? Or does she also support other things? That's something I actually don't know. I'll figure that out later. I'm gonna be honest, I prefer this Lucia design compared to the other one. I'm gonna be honest. I do like it way, way more than the old one. Although, that's quite surprising. Coming from you, because the other one was quite thick. Quite thick. Shoo pull, short distance for the CM, yes? No. No pulling here. Nuz and I got in Group A, second in Group A, so I took it pretty well. Nuz though, man. Rage and was like, F Uma, money can't buy you RNG. That's true. That is true. Then Eugen just put a laughing emoji. Is there a point in getting many Umas to 5-star? I don't see the point personally. I'm still working on Vivlos, and now I have to 5-star both versions. Well, I think the only thing you get out of 5-starring your Uma is just the added base stats, no? Nothing too special. It's just a flex that you went and took the time to 5-star them, especially if you did it around the time they were released, or those like 2 weeks to release. What week and a half to 2 weeks to release? Basically, you're a whale. If it's overtime, well, you probably got many dupes over time. And if it's for like a limited character, not any of the older ones, even the year 1 ones, lucky you. New scenario is Hot Springs. Yes, I did see that. I'm guessing this one will probably be similar to Great Food Festival. Hope it's not complicated. Well, I don't know. Kazuki said it was focused on dirt, or themed on dirt, focused on short and mile. So I'm kind of here like, focus on dirt? I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it. Short and mile, I can understand. I don't know if focus on dirt is a thing. It's not just a leader guts card, it's a mile leader guts card. Yeah, I did see some mile stuff, so yeah. You could say that. You could say that. Or you can just be like me with Zenless. Just don't clear content. Like, ignore things I can't be bothered with. Well, if I can clear the content, I'm gonna clear content. Well, if it's timed content, like a timed event, I'm obviously gonna try and beat it. That's just, you know, simple as that. Simple as that. So no, I'm gonna just keep clearing content. With 3 SSR tickets and 2 rainbow shards, I can make a card into MLB, but man, I just want to get the chaser cards up. Runner is fine for me since I got Daiwa in. Chaser cards are what I'm pulling for next once the meta comes out again. I'll probably get Journey Speed to MLB. Oof. Probably by that time we maybe before you actually do it, we'll get a new Chaser Speed. You never know. I think some Saiyan Sky or something. You see this bait, son? That meme is always good. No? Seems like you are just there fishing for trolls sometimes. So maybe he's not wrong. if that's what you think. Shushu got dirt? I have several dirt Umas, but not that many. You said the same thing about short distance, but you practically had all the good ones. So, I can't believe you. Me, on the other hand, all I know is that for all the other past short distance CMs, I'm fairly certain I mostly, if not... Yeah, I'm fairly certain I mostly used Umas that were mainly turf runners, but made them into dirt runners for that CM. So we'll see what I do. We'll see what I do. It's the same question for this short distance CM. Am I gonna stick with the short distance Umas that I have? That the trio that I'm gonna possibly use? Or am I gonna swap out one or two of them for Umas that can do short distance? That I don't know. So no Arima Keenan this year. It's or CM this year. It's a mile CM in December, so I'm gonna enjoy it. So we're getting back-to-back miles events because League of Heroes is mile for November. Oh, I guess they did announce it, didn't they? I do remember seeing something about them announcing the events. Let me quickly look at it. Right there, October to December. Yeah, December is 1,600 miles. Or miles. Meters. Wow. Alright. With no debuffs. They added the no debuffs again for that one. That's kind of surprising. I feel like they would have kept just doing the Arimakinen one, but yeah, because it's for the events for like long distance, all that. I wouldn't have expected them to get rid of the Tenosho Spring and the Arima and just had that third one randomly somewhere else. So I don't know. It was weird. I was actually afraid Orphe would power creep Evelyn, but I guess that's an unfounded concern. As for the new Vivian skin, well, I have my full swimsuit team with Vivian, Yuzuha, Alice, and they be looking fine. At least they made it to where all the swimsuits outfits, all the characters who got swimsuit outfits are in the same team. They could be in the same team, and they work well together. I don't know, because the gameplay between Orphe and Evelyn is different. I think that's probably why. Um, it's not much of a power creep, or if it even is considered power creep. If you would even consider it power creep, I guess. Although I feel like one of the characters they revealed in their trailer or teaser, whatever, I feel like it was one of the last characters, if not the very last one. I don't know, for some odd reason, I feel like she may or may not be the next Miyabi Yishun character, maybe. But I think the difference between Evelyn and Orphe is just that from what I understand, people think Evelyn is harder to play. Orphe's gameplay is literally too simple, so. But she's off-field, so you kind of comparing an off-field DPS to an on-field DPS. There's gonna be differences. Then, no, that was actually the last comment from Nova. So thank you, Nova, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. And I would say this is the last comment. This last comment is from Tanoki, and it says, oh, I'll be honest, I think 50-50 soft pities are lame. There's already a mathematical 50-50 pity for gacha pulls. All soft pity does is fudge the rates. So 50-50 is a developer's designated pull number with virtually zero rates anywhere else. It's a mandated standard gacha rate experience and a forgettable pulling session for all. Long term, the pull rates are the same anyway. All that actually makes a difference is pull percentages, power creep rate, and power creep, and how much currency the game gives you. I don't really care. I really don't care. For me, all that really matters is the game. All that really matters is the game. Like, if you're putting all of that into consideration, it's like you're spending more time thinking about all these other things when I can just see if I want to play the game or not. I just like to keep it nice and simple. Although I feel like I definitely feel like the 50-50 system is better than 200 no carryover. Because at least you get the carryover. At least. At the very least. Well, that was abrupt. Sorry for the weird cut. OBS crashed on me. Don't necessarily remember what I was saying besides 50-50 for me compared to the 200 no carryover, no pity carryover. If I were to be honest, I think I do prefer the 50-50 more. At least for me, it doesn't necessarily, like I said, make a difference as long as I enjoy the game. It's been pretty much the main reason why I'm playing the game, not for the not on the gacha system. So yeah. That's just pretty much how it is. And don't mind me, I'm actually just picking out random skills. So like skills that won't even activate. So don't I obviously don't have enough either runner or short distance skills. So let me finish the rest of the responses. There's a couple responses in the comment, and then we'll end the video. Hopefully, I am hoping it should have. It would suck if it didn't. But I'm assuming the recording of the whole video should be good. If not, then that would suck. But I'll figure that out after. Also, the video could barely why did I say it like that? Would either barely be uploaded on time or be a little bit posted after the normal time. Just to give a quick heads up on that. Like I said, the whole time thing. But Nova responded and said, for me and probably Shushu, we don't really get too concerned with the gacha system. Correct. If the game is interesting enough, then we just stick around. Correct. 50-50, full pity, and even no pity. As for the last one, I have never touched a gacha without a pity of some description, but they are rare nowadays. Some people will straight out refuse to try a gacha because of the 50-50 system, but I think that's a waste. There's actually more to a gacha game than just the actual gacha mechanic. Well, yeah, the gacha mechanic is literally just there for them to, well, let's be honest, to make money, right? but also to give us, I guess, a way to get new characters rather than giving them for free. Because obviously they want to make money out of the game, so obviously that's why there's the gacha system. That's pretty much why I primarily don't care about what the gacha system is because at the end of the day, the gacha system is there just for the just for the company to make money from people who spend money in the game. So that's why I don't pay too much mind or go through all this thought process about it. Simple or not, still something I don't need to think about if it's something I don't worry about. Yeah, and plus most of the time I'm pretty much playing these gacha games because one, obviously they interest me, and for some of them the story interests me as well. So Inoki responded and said, I more or less agree. Overall, it's inconsequential. It's just that a small part of me thinks that if you can't save till pity, then maybe you do deserve to get nothing in a gacha. Well, you said it yourself, it's just a small part of yourself that thinks that. So, and then it kind of turns out to be more of a you thing rather than a you mindset rather than us. Kind of like how most modern phones can be dropped in water. It's super nice and all, but if you drop your electronic devices and submerge it in water, maybe it should spoil. Well, I mean, if we're talking outside of modern cell phones, I mean, if we're talking about other electronic devices, they'll most likely break after being submerged in water. So I don't know. I don't know. Noah said in return, well, if reality wasn't like this with gacha games, I can say the same. However, the reality is that we're playing Uma with a 200 pity with no carryover. That is true. It's just down to whether or not you want to play it despite of the gacha system. That is true. It's not that complicated. Gacha already turns people off, and if it gets even more turned off by the 50-50, then they can walk away. It won't affect your life nor my life. After all, it's just gacha at the end of the day. And that's the same about what I say about when people are complaining about the game that I'm playing. It doesn't affect my life. It may affect the game that I play, but if I still enjoy playing the game and I don't have the same problems that these people don't have, then I'm not gonna care. I'm not gonna care. So I don't care if people are complaining about the gacha system. My overall understanding, it's a gacha game. So if they can't get that through their heads, then that's their fault. If they're gonna let that be the one factor on whether or not they play the game, because obviously we know there are those people who are like, who essentially quits playing the game because their polls weren't bad. Now, so I think, so now that that's been said, now we all know that you're playing the game not for the game itself. At least that's how it's gonna look like to me. Then Tanoki responded back saying, true, I wonder what system will win out over the next 10 years. You say pretty much every gacha introduced a pity after all these last 10 years. I don't know what would be another pity. I mean, I kind of like what Wuwa does. Essentially, it's just a 50-50 with the guaranteed weapon to kind of just ease the pain a little bit more. But I don't know. That would be up to the whatever game to figure that out. Nova says, I'm thinking NFT gachas and crypto investments. That might be pretty cool. I don't know. Not a lot of people are well, there are gonna be a lot of people who aren't like into crypto or all that, so I don't know. Then Eugen just says, all I can say, if you don't like it, just don't pull. Anything else is just pull and pull the Ponzu. For that. Or that, regardless of the gotcha system, if just pull for whoever you want. And if you still somehow don't end up getting the character, well then, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But with that being said, I believe that is pretty much it for all the comments. Let me just make sure. Well, seems like it. So thank you, Eugen, Tanoki, Nova, and Rick for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. At least I assume there aren't any more comments. I assume. But I do need to go and get started with the global video. So, let's finish off the video. Global video shouldn't be as bad, so we'll just keep going. I'll just keep going. But ended off with 1785 speed, 1366 stamina, 1702 power, 1476 guts, which honestly surprises me because I did say probably barely 1300 or under 1300. And 1234 on wise with S aptitude on short distance. Yeah, I haven't gotten a UB with Calstone Light, so not doing well in the short distance department. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you already got started with your short distance training prep for the CM. Let me know how you guys are doing, because I'm not. And if there's anything else you guys do want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And also how you guys did in your placements in the CM if you guys didn't. Just in case. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And after that, head over to the comment section or the circle request channel on the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Remember, there's not going to be a Silent Hill video today and possibly even tomorrow. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.